Garoppolo going to bring the Niners up here 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. The drive starts with a handoff to McKinnon. He'll be dropped at the 30. But a shifty move got him a couple extra on the play. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5. Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Now they try the right side here. A very good move, but for a short gain out near the 32. 3 yards is half of what they needed. Now can they get the other 3 here on 3rd down?
Vision is so important for the man in the middle because his ability to look through all the clutter that's happening in front of him, diagnose a play, and then go make it and finish it, that's when the great ones know that they have the goods.
They're going to run. It's McKinnon. And he will have a 1st down as they get him to the ground at the 37. A big roll of the dice on 4th and 1, but it pays off. They convert. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down.
21.
And they'll go with a ground attack here. And he'll get this up to about the 38-yard line. Jalen Smith, the Notre Dame man, in on the tackle.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old-school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. What's that, 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive. And like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it. Now it's Breida. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. Give him 11 yards that time and a new set of downs.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
2nd quarter now. Brandon Gaudin, Charles Davis with you. It's the 49ers in control of the football, and they're on the move here. They've got it 1st and 10. All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. Throwing on 1st is Garoppolo. Got his target, Pierre Garçon. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. Another nice gain, 16 yards there and a 1st down again. Well, they're piecing together a nice drive to start this one. Seems pretty scripted and pretty successful so far.
And I think they did it without our help. Because you remember when we sat in the production meeting with them to talk about this. And, hey, how you guys going to come out of the gate? I know I offered my help with a few plays, and they didn't seem to want it.
I didn't offer mine.
You were the smart one. Whatever they're doing, though, it's working really well.
And they'll run it here. A nice little juke. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. It's a 4-yard pickup there, and it leaves him with 3rd and 5.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers.
And he'll go down. Brought down at the 20-yard line. Malik Collins able to get him down behind the line of scrimmage, and it'll be 4th down. And with the play clock about to expire, Kyle Shanahan's going to use a timeout. That's their 2nd, so they'll have 1 remaining here in this 2nd quarter. We'll be right back. Robbie Gould on now to try the field goal. This just a 35-yard attempt from the left hash. And Gould is able to put it through, and that will tie us at 3-3. A dozen plays on that drive that ends with the field goal.
Let's go ahead and break out some of the old chestnuts here, right, partner? Keep the ball in front, rally to it, and make the tackle. Right? No big plays given up. No balls over your head. Bend, don't break.
Hold on. Chestnuts?
You like
Come
that
on,
one?
what does that mean, break out the, just because you break chestnuts?
I'm not sure about that, but I'm just going with why they said that. I have no idea.
The Cowboys offense heading back out and ready to go again. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. Allen. And he'll be tackled just past the 35 at the 36. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Right there, all day, baby. Hey, everyone,
Prescott now on 2nd down. Looking left side, it's complete. He's got it. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. A good pickup there, a 22. Now that tight end position, it just seems to continue to evolve every year in the NFL.
Yeah, you're getting really terrific athletes. A lot of them maybe were wide receivers at one point. They continue to give you speed, great hands, and big bodies, which make them excellent targets for quarterbacks.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. And his throw here's incomplete. He was waving his arms, wanted the football, but he dropped it. And that reminds me of a story you told me from your days at Tennessee. We don't need to mention the other guy's name, but when he dropped an open pass that you blew coverage on, what'd you say to him?
Yeah, it's really not right since I blew coverage, but since he dropped the pass, I said, well, maybe next time he'll just walk it out here and hand it to you. Would that be easier? He wasn't real thrilled with that.
That's cold-blooded. Cold-blooded. Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10. Now Dak on the option left. And maybe the wrong read there as he's going to go down immediately. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down.
And on this play, the read for the quarterback was the defensive end, and he was totally focused on the quarterback. He should have given it off inside to the running back. Instead, he kept it and ended up taking a loss on the play.
He wasn't ready. He wasn't ready.
2 minutes to play in a tightly contested first half. We're back to Arlington right after this timeout. And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively.
Hey. 46.
Prescott now. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by the safety, Jarquiski Tart. And he will take this all the way up past the 40-yard line.
Well, Brandon, there's no question who they're going to look to on 3rd and long, but you can bet this defense knows that as well, so they're getting blanketed downfield. And this ball winds up being intercepted.
So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10. Garoppolo now. The tight end Kittle has it on the left side. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. Able to get 7 on that 1st down pass play. 2nd and 3. Garoppolo looks to throw. Throw left side, caught by Goodwin. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. Garoppolo to Goodwin there for a 49er first.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Seems like this defense, especially the secondary, has really been contesting about every throw in this first half.
Remind me of a good half-court defensive basketball team. Every time a pass is thrown, they're right there and get to the good defensive position, able to affect the play.
And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. Tackle made there by Chidobe Awuzie. Toss play to McKinnon. And not even back to the line of scrimmage this time as they're on him quickly once more. And now a timeout called by the Cowboys defense, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. This offense converted once on fourth down earlier. Now they're out there again to try once more. They'll go for it. It's Garoppolo. Oh, it floated on him, and it's intercepted. Picked off Byron Jones. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Well, I get what he was trying to do. He was moving to his right and trying to shift the coverage, but instead he shifted the coverage also to the right and threw right into it for an interception.
They'll start the drive with Elliott. And he's going to lose yardage here back to the 12-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
Perfectly designed blitz right there. They took that one from the grease board to the field because they were able to free up their linebacker to get into the backfield and spill the play.
Now Prescott. And down he goes. The 49ers get there.
As I was watching the play unfold, my eyes immediately went to the referee because I wanted to see, was he going to put those two hands over his head, that universal signal for a safety? But it's at the 1-yard line. You know you're playing with fire when you get sacked that close to the goal line.
Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down. 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. Second half ready to roll. 2 field goals, the combined output in half number 1. Could be first touchdown wins. That'll be taken in the end zone. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been had he simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. Here comes the 49ers offensive unit as they'll have it first to begin this third quarter. They have a chance to break our tie here as we get a look at the first drive of quarter 3.
And it's such a tone setter, isn't it? Because both sides trying to seize momentum to begin the half. What do they have dialed up that'll give them an advantage to move the ball downfield?
Let's find out what they have dialed up. And the first play of the drive goes to McKinnon. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse. And I believe they'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
Deep ball for Goodwin. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete. So, Charles, tie game here. What are your keys as we continue to play this second half?
I know people think it's always trite when you say the same things over and over, but they're tried and true in the game of football. Who's going to block better? Who's going to tackle better? In this case, to me, it's turnovers. You've got to take care of the football in order to win the game.
And he will go down outside of the pocket for a sack. Tried to get away, but could not. Demarcus Lawrence in there to drop him for a 6-yard loss, and that'll lead to a 4th down. Here's Bradley Pinion now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Here's Austin. A good return there, 17 yards. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. The Cowboys offense now, they head out for their first possession of the second half. Their defense did its job, yielded no points. Now it's the offense's turn.
And how much fun is that when you set things up to start a half and you just tell you guys, hey, if you can shut them down, get it back for our offense, we can roll. And they played out perfectly. Now, can the offense do what they wanted to do at the half, which is find those weaknesses and now attack them and score some points.
And break this tie. They'll run it now out of the gun. Pushing forward for 3 up to the 48.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
Got his man there complete to Gallup. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. A nice pickup there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people have to block in front of him, either fellow receivers or offensive linemen? That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
A give to Elliott. And down inside the 35, he goes to the 32-yard line. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 2.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2. This is Elliott. Looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2. A field goal would get them the lead, but that's not what they're shooting for as they come up on 3rd down. Prescott on 3rd and 2. And this is going to be incomplete.
That's a good job there creating the contact to force the incompletion. And now since it's 4th down, that should set up a field goal situation.
And a nice sigh of relief defensively to be able to hold them to 3. And his kick is good. And they will take the lead here in this battle of field goals at 6-3. So the drive stalls out inside the 15-yard line, but they do get 3.
And I've talked with enough players nowadays, and when they have these types of kicks, that no one says to their guy, hey, that's just like making an extra point, piece of cake. Because the extra point is not a piece of cake anymore. But kicking a field goal from that distance, just give him confidence and let him knock it through.
Garoppolo going to bring the Niners up here 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line. On first down, Garoppolo gets this one left side to Pettis. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tougher, guys trying to get to the football.
Only a gain of a yard there, but it indeed gets them a new set of downs. Garoppolo on first down. They'll find Goodwin here on the right side. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 11 yards for number 11.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
Play action. Garoppolo. He's got his man on the crossing route. And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the 3rd quarter of action. Back now in Arlington. been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the fourth quarter. Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. Solid running on the carry, but still brought down just inside of the 40. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on second and short. And they'll go on the ground. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. It's a gain of 4 there, and it gives them a new set of downs.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down. Keep the sticks moving.
Stepping up, he'll try and run. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be 2nd down.
Now, that was not a bad scramble there on first down. He didn't force it, nor did he throw it away. He was able to take off, and now he made it a very manageable 2nd and short.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. A gain of 4 that time as the drive continues.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football. In that situation, that's almost a tendency breaker.
Garoppolo now, first down throw. Escaping the pressure right. And this is caught at the 8. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. That one goes for 24 yards.
As a general rule, offensive linemen like to know where their quarterback's going to be when he's setting up to throw the football. But sometimes they just have to get on the run, get on the move. He was able to do that on that play and picks up a first down with a nice throw.
Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown. And that's what they're gunning for on first and goal. They get it to him running left. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
Looking to throw. Garoppolo. Flush to, and he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes.
2nd goal, last thing you need to do is get pushed backwards to take a sack. But he couldn't find anywhere to go with the football, had to eat it, and ended up on the ground.
So the sack of Garoppolo. And now what can they come up with on 3rd and long? 11. Looking to throw. Garoppolo. And that is incomplete. Time for a break. We'll come back, see what transpires after this. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. And Gold is able to put it through. And we are all tied here in the final stages. Now, we knew this had the potential to be a tight game, but with less than 3 minutes to play, couldn't be any tighter. We're all tied.
All locked up, right? And this next drive is going to tell us everything we need to know about this game because I want to see how they come out with the football. Are they going to be aggressive and attack downfield? You still got the 2-minute warning to come up? Or are they going to be conservative and try and hold on and maybe just get to overtime?
And now Dallas gets set to take the field. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that. They weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
Give them 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give them a first down. Well, that's a good first step, but several steps still to go.
They still have time for the possible game-winning field goal. Time for them to be quick and hurry at the same time.
Prescott to throw. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A good pick up there of 20 yards.
Okay, there's 3 timeouts left, right?
Think you got to use one here, don't you?
No doubt about it. I'd use one right here.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
Hey. Here we go. 180. Right, 48. 26.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he stopped immediately there. And now the 49ers signal for a timeout defensively, as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this fourth quarter. Now Prescott. A dump off to Elliott. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. Now the 49ers going to take another timeout, as the clock will stop with 35 seconds left to go. The Cowboys on third down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and 7. Prescott. Throwing middle, and it's complete. And he's got this down to the 35. Give him 10 yards there as this offense is on a roll. This drive continues to plunge forward. And now we won't see a play on first down. We're going to get a timeout instead, as they'll stop it with 25 ticks remaining on the clock. Prescott going to come up 1st and 10. And he's 4 for 4 now, throwing the ball to start the drive. Now a carry for the big fella. This is HenJames's. And he tries to power forward, but he will not get back to the line of scrimmage. Call it a loss of 2 on the play. And that'll make it 2nd and 12. Now Elliott. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. And now here comes their final timeout, as they take it with 8 ticks remaining. A potential field goal, if you're thinking about that, almost 55 yards from here as they try to get closer on third down. They'll run with Elliott, and he'll be taken down at the 34. And now with 4 seconds left, we get a timeout call. Seems pretty obvious defensively a key was stopping the run game. How have they done it so successfully?
To me, it seems that these guys really did a nice job of paying attention during the scouting report meeting. And you know, Brandon, when they do those, they talk about the top plays that these guys like to run. The best runs for the top running back, those are the ones you focus on and want to take away. And they've done that pretty successfully in this game.
Well, a little drama there at the end, but really this thing was already decided. The late points get scored, and then it ends on the kickoff.
And I'm right there with you, partner. At the end of the game, they knew what they had to do. Just make sure you don't cough up the football at the end. Just take care of it, and victory was theirs, and that's exactly what they did.
So that's a wrap for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, and this has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. For more, check us out at easports.com. It's a win for the Cowboys as we sign off and say so long from Arlington.